Hi, everybody. Welcome to Night Owl Lounge.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. Welcome back,
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever
wherever
you
it
are.
is.
My goodness.
We got a lot of people popping in.
Robin fixed her name.
What?
Robin fixed her name. It says Aunt Robin M now.
Oh,
Whoop, whoop. Lady in the lake. We
all
got
right.
Mad Pack, got Dwarfy. I saw Monisha. Blazer was in here earlier. Robin M. Blazer. All right.
Hi, everybody. Welcome.
Hello, hello, hello.
So, did you guys see the intro? Did you like the new intro?
Yeah, it kind of surprised me. I forgot all about it.
I did too, till I got down here. It's like, oh, I better upload that.
Yeah. And Claudette, welcome in. Because we could
Welcome in.
start out with a goat. Got Darcy's Den. Welcome in. Welcome in. Chastity. Hi, Chastity.
Hi, Chastity. Darcy, Mad Pax, whoever else I missed, Dwarf.
Mad Paul.
Monisha, I don't know. There's so many. Everybody's popping in, and
I think
we're just
Blazer
getting
left.
started. And
Blazer, where'd you go? Fall asleep?
tonight we got some new stuff going on. I think we're gonna do maybe some Dogman reports.
Ooh. Hi,
Uh,
Daryl.
we got some creatures on old maps to talk about. Before I forget, and you reminded me, we got a strange light beam coming from a factory or out in the country, pretty close to us. What would you say that is? 25 miles?
Oh, let's see.
30?
Our daughter works about 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
Probably about 20. I don't know if it does it every single night or not. I haven't checked it here lately.
I got some Serpent Mound from Ohio stuff to talk about.
Oh, new stuff on it?
Well, not really new, but I've talked about it before, but I've never ever had the pictures ready, but tonight I do.
Oh, good. All right.
At least a few of them. I mean, we've talked about the serpent mounds. We've talked about creatures on old maps. It's just scattered everywhere on the computer, and I'm finally starting to put them all in folders. So hopefully it'll work better tonight. Hi, Daryl.
A little more organized.
And just like always, if there's any animals out in the yard, we'll probably pop them in, and hopefully maybe there'll be a police chase tonight. There hasn't been one in a while, so
I
if
know.
Dwarf doesn't pop on with the police chief, if he stays in our chat, maybe we'll pop it up tonight if one happens.
Yeah, so what's going on with the police chases? Been kind of boring.
I know.
Yeah, we had a couple stray cats, a possum, and that's about it so far. I haven't seen any deer yet.
Now I searched Chicago, Illinois for police chases. They do have them, obviously. I mean, they do have police chases. They do have helicopters.
Oh,
but they don't. I don't think they show them live. I think the news stations show them during their broadcast as a after thing.
Oh, okay. Hi, Jason.
But I went ahead and subscribed to all the Chicago news networks on YouTube. So if a live police chase comes on from Chicago, we'll show it. But I don't think it will.
Thank you, Mad Pax. He said out of all the cryptid channels, Midwest Night Watchers, Jessica and Bigfoot Dwarf are at the top of my list.
Oh, nice. Thank you. Thank you on behalf of Jessica and Bigfoot Dwarf. He's in chat. I don't know if Jessica's out here listening or not. But speaking of Jessica, Wednesday, March 4th, we're supposed to be on her noon show. So it'd be 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, noon for us, 1 for Eastern.
And we're speaking of what we were before. We're going to be talking about cryptids and creatures on old maps. And I got a preview that we can show tonight that we're going to be airing on Jessica's channel, I think. So we can get started with that here in a little bit.
What the heck?
What?
Oh, I think it's just. I just had a flying object, and I think it's a stink bug, but he was actually flying. I'm thinking, what is that flying around all over here? Oh, goody. Yeah, if I get bombarded, I might have to turn the camera off and get him. Wow.
Hi, Jason Finch. Welcome. Thank you
Yeah.
for the compliment.
Yeah, welcome in, Jason.
I mean, actually, we love you guys just as much as you guys love us. We just love hanging out with you and having fun, and sometimes we have some cool stuff to show, and sometimes we just like talking about weird stuff that pops up, and or we just chit chat. I don't know.
We just go with the flow, and I'm
Just
glad
go
you're.
with the flow.
I'm glad you're enjoying our community, Mad Packs. I think we were the first ones. We got to know you in a different community, and you came over here, and then you found Jessica, and you found this person, and that person, and that person.
Yeah.
See Mad Packs all over the place now in our community.
I mean, that's how we started out. We started finding channel. You did. You found them originally, and then I started watching, and Jessica, and we just started getting to know everybody in chats, and we started going to their channels if they had one. We started getting to know that community, and then everybody just starts popping in everybody else's chats, and it's just so much fun. And
then we started our own podcast.
Yeah, weird. Who would ever thought that?
Yeah, a month away will be 3 years we've been doing this crazy stuff.
Now I'm thinking about like on I don't know what day, maybe a Tuesday or something, or Thursday, or I don't know what day, but maybe premiering or showing some of our old shows to try to bring them up during the week, then hanging out in live chat.
I guess it depends on what the guest was.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll just pop them on. But anyway, this Wednesday, look for us on Jessica's show, and I'll go ahead and show one of the previews that I made for this. See if you guys like this.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about now. Never mind. Okay.
So there's that one. That was the first one I made, and it actually came out pretty decent. But then I went to this.
Oh my God. The unicorn. That's so cool. Wow.
So we got some of that and some new not new information, but I'm going to take some of those descriptions from like the sea monster maps and the map of Monday and the Salter map that has descriptions of what those animals were in Latin. I did my best. I've been hunting them down, and I think I have some English translations, so we can kind of go over that. We're going to do that on Jessica's show for sure, and then hopefully here on Night Owl Lounge we'll bring it right back and go through it with a fine-tooth comb and go over all the creatures. But here, I made a bunch of those little shorts. They're only 10 seconds long. So all of them I made, I put them all in one big file. So
cool.
I'll have to edit it more to make it more smooth, but this is what I got so far.
Oh my God. Oh my gosh.
So there you go. There's your preview for this Wednesday on Jessica the Cryptid Hunter show. That we'll be talking about creatures on old maps. I guess I should say strange creatures.
They probably weren't strange back then. They were normal.
Yeah, normal.
Mm-hmm. And where did they all go?
So I can, let's see. We can do this.
Yeah, lots of sea creatures.
So you guys all know this guy. We talk about him all the time. They call him the monopod. I guess you can call him Bigfoot. I don't know. Maybe that's why people only find one print.
Because he's still out there.
He's still out there. Maybe that's why we only find one print. This depends on which leg it is. They always, what one do they always find? The left?
And that's why it's like 4 or 5 feet apart.
Yeah, because he hops so far. I mean, they're strong and they're fast. So I got close-ups of most of these guys that are on the old maps.
Dwarf. I don't know if he has a butt cheek or not, or
I don't know,
or anything like that. A giant stinky foot.
Giant stinky foot. So what I have pictures, like I said, I've got better close-ups of all these creatures from the old maps we've been doing, and sea creatures, and like I said, I've been finding English translations. Some of them I've had to look up, other ones other people have already done. So here's the guy that can only drink out of a straw. It says the straw drinkers.
Straw drinkers. Wow.
The people who do not eat, their mouths are so small that they are obliged to drink through a straw. They live upon the odor of fruits and flowers, quickly die if they encounter evil odors. So that's what the Latin, or whatever language it was, I think it was Latin, is right beside that image.
They quickly die encountering evil odors.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what they said.
And that Bigfoot guy is on a lot of maps.
He is, him and Blemmies. And so I've been spending a lot of time in the mornings and afternoons trying to find really good pictures, and some of them I've had to try to remaster to try to get some of them to come out. But we got the maps, we got the close-ups of a lot of the creatures we always talk about, and hopefully I'll have English definitions for all of them, but I'm doing my best to get it ready by Wednesday. So no farting dwarf.
Yeah, no farting dwarf.
So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Come join us on Jessica's show. Then we will do a Friday night on it and cover it even more extensively. So where should we start?
I don't know. I thought we did start.
Oh, we did? Oh, okay. Well, here, I got another one that we can bring up.
Straw snorters, but not the straw drinkers.
So we showed this map a while back. I don't know if it was last week or 2 weeks ago. Let me get it as big as I can. which has all the almost all the known suspects that we talk about all the time. So the map itself doesn't, I mean, there's other stuff in this map, but we were talking about the guys on the side.
Right.
So we showed that map. So here's a close-up of them. So I found a higher definition image. So there's the guy with all the arms.
Oh my.
And that reminds me of all the old sci-fi movies where the Buddhas or whatever would have all these arms, or the Hindu or Indian gods would have all these arms flinging around at you in all the old sci-fi. Then here's a woman that her I don't know, feature or characteristics is she's hairy all over her whole body. So I don't know if she would be considered a wild person, or maybe a female, could be confused with a female Bigfoot, or maybe she's a mate of a Bigfoot. I don't know.
Well, at
But
first I thought it was plants.
No, they say it's hair.
Like leaves. So it's hair.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a human or a woman.
I thought Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
This guy has the 6 fingers on each hand. They don't show his toes, so I'm assuming just his hands, but I don't know.
But they're not actually saying he's a giant with 6 hands.
Well, I don't have the description up. I don't think it does. It just talks about his 6 fingers. This guy's the half horse, half man. He comes up on maps a lot.
Right.
I'm trying to remember what this guy was. Huh. I don't remember what he was. I'll have to look him up.
Weapon of choice, an electric razor.
Now this one has multiple eyes on their face.
4, 5, 4.
Yeah. There's the old bird neck guy, the long neck, looking like a stork or whatever.
He looks sad.
So hopefully I'll get all the definitions and everything for these guys all.
Nudist.
There's a lot of nudity on these maps. I mean, you see it in statues, Greek statues and stuff, so it's no big deal. But I tell you what, when you bring these things on and try to make those AI images and stuff, they get you for their standards. They won't let you. You have to change it somehow and try to get them to do it if there's any nudity. I mean, even though they don't usually have genitals or any kind of thing really exposing necessarily.
Yeah, who needs clothes?
But they'll make AI will make a video or a picture for you, but then when you try to make the video or change it, they'll say it's against standards. It's like, well, you made the original one that I'm telling you to alter, and I'm not saying anything inappropriate or telling you to do anything weird with it, but I don't know. Sometimes it's tough to try to say the right thing you want it to do and how it's supposed to look. And
well, what you did turned out good.
Yeah, I still need to edit it. I want to try to make it smoother, but I don't know.
Put them all on Hawaiian shirts.
Oh, Hawaiian shirts, laying on a beach, drinking Mai Tais. And let's see if I can find. Should be able to. The other thing we were talking about, the big bright beam that everybody's been talking about in our area.
Yeah, I haven't had the camera over there to see if it's still doing it or not.
I'm not seeing it. I thought I downloaded it. I hope I did.
I thought you found them earlier.
I found other stuff earlier. I thought these were already on here. And we just didn't get to it last week, but maybe I didn't download it.
Well.
Uh-oh.
Things are disappearing on the computer.
No. My mind is disappearing. Well, you keep talking while I look real quick for these. I said talking.
Quit talking. What's everybody up to? Come on, someone say something in chat. Dwarf smoking. Pakalulu? Is that how you say it? What in the world are you smoking now, dwarf?
How did I not download those? That's weird.
Smoking Pakalulu. Is that OG?
What is it?
He's smoking Pakalulu.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
Oh, well.
And then
what? What do you got?
We got Danny. Welcome in, Danny. Where are y'all located? We are in central Illinois, northern central Illinois. And little Luhu. Hello, hello.
Hey, welcome in, guys.
Little Laylee. Hoo-hoo. I'm not sure what Dwarf's smoking, but he's not in chat anymore.
He's not. Must be some really good stuff.
Yeah. Pakalulu herb in Hawaii. Oh, okay. All right.
Oh.
Some good Hawaiian. Danny, Texas here.
Isn't that what Bing Crosby sang that Hawaiian song? Wasn't that? I know it's supposed to be Merry Christmas, but it sounds like it's weed.
Mm-hmm. Danny's in southeastern Texas. We got 2 Texas people. I think little lady Luhu. Think you're in Florida. It's hard to say without choking up. Where's all the deer and everything? Goodness sakes.
I know everybody's boycotting this week.
Too warm, and that's why they're not coming up. I put fresh corn out for them. And the geese didn't even show up. That's disappointing.
I know. We put popcorn out there. And
yeah, she's in the glades.
Oh, in the glades.
In the glades.
All right, I might freeze for a second.
Uh-oh. 3, 2, 1. Poof. Yeah, we've had geese show up every night because they found out there's deer corn there in the gardens and they discovered it. So they've been showing up every night. But tonight they didn't show up. We put popcorn out for them and they ended up not showing up after all.
Yeah.
They all ended up going to a different field, I guess. That's fun to watch them in the backyard. Here's Blazer.
They?
It's fun seeing them in the backyard running around, waddling around. Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it was funny when the original ones landed and started laying down, enjoying themselves, and all of a sudden more and more start showing up trying to encroach on their their space. They start fighting or chasing each other.
Uh-oh, there he is. Beetle Goose.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, we only have a couple more months and the deer are going to stop showing up too.
Well, I mean, as soon as stuff starts growing, we'll have to quit feeding them so they go out and get used to eating what they normally do instead of our snacks. And
yeah, they usually stop showing up.
Man, all right, here we go. I downloaded those pictures.
I've been wondering if the animals are picking up on anything. It seems like everything has really been off the past few days, including my pup. Oh, that could be.
Yeah. I mean, who knows what's in the air and the frequencies, and maybe they've changed the frequencies.
Well, I know the cats are following me around an awful lot when I'm upstairs. I mean, more than usual. Or even tonight when I was getting ready, I looked down and Mom was peeking over the bed looking at me, and Tigger was right there staring at me, and I'm going, "Hi, guys." So, yeah, watch the animals. I usually know.
So people in our area, our county, the county next to us, I mean, you can see this light, this laser or whatever it is going straight up. Nobody knew what it was. I never heard nothing as far as when they first started doing it about any kind of promotion or, I mean, you know, like when we were kids and people had the searchlights in front of car dealerships and movie theaters, they'd have the big beam of light. Well, this is a laser. Or what we know now is a laser. We didn't know what it was at the very beginning. It's like everybody kept talking about, what is this strange light in the sky?
Well, what's weird is when we first noticed it, a couple days later, that factory had a fire. And then you didn't see the beam for a while. Now they're doing the beam again, but they're not saying that the beam caused a fire or anything. But I just think that's dangerous for airplanes.
Yeah, Robin, retrograde, and we got the moon eclipse coming up really soon, and
that's March 3rd. It's a blood moon. The eclipse happens 17th of February. What's coming up next is a blood moon.
We got another eclipse coming up.
Crazy.
But anyway, a lot of people on my Facebook I've been seeing that's been showing this light. For whatever reason, they're picking to beam this light up. But you can see it. I mean, like we said, we're 25 minutes, 20 minutes away from this factory across the river and trees and all that. And we can still see this light in our night sky sometimes.
Yeah, it's wild.
So some people report it being blue, some report it being green. So I don't know if it's just because of people's vision or their cameras, pictures are altering a little bit, or maybe they're switching, maybe they can switch colors. I don't know. Yeah, dwarf, there's like seven planets in a row coming up, I believe. So this is the company, Marquise. So we say Marcus around here, but I think it's Marquise. And that's where the light's coming from. And this is an ethanol plant. So they're taking corn and making biofuel and processing. So I don't know if the green light, some people are saying it's because of green energy and all this stuff, but I don't know. This seems awful weird to me.
So that's what they do there. Because I asked my daughter that works close by there, and she drives past this place to get to work. She wasn't quite sure what they actually did there either.
Yeah, I applied there. I was going to work there, but changed my mind.
But what is the beam for? Are they saying anything about
Well, that's what I
it?
said. People now are saying it's supposed to promote green energy, bring. But why would you do that? Why would you?
I don't know, but it freaks people out. I had my son text and say, Mom, I'm outside. I look over towards your place, which is on the other side of town, actually. And he said there's some big giant beam behind the barn. And I said, yeah, it's been happening on and off. But he said it was bright and it just looked really weird.
Yeah, Claudette, I brought that up too. It says if we go out in the backyard and try to shine our laser, which is nowhere as powerful as this thing, at moving lights in the sky or just pinpoint the trees or whatever, the cops could be called on us.
We'd be fine.
Could be in trouble saying that maybe we tried to blind an airplane or something. But how can they have this powerful laser beaming straight up all the time, every night?
Yeah, I heard you get fined quite a bit for using a laser light around a plane.
I mean, it's not like we point them at planes anyway, or we try to point them at stuff that's not planes or in the woods or.
So
that's the mysterious light, which we find out is where it came from, this plant. So it's not so mysterious, other than we still don't really know what the exact reason why they're doing it. You think they would come out and put an ad out and saying why they're doing it, but I haven't seen one yet or heard of anybody talk about it, other than some people say like it promotes green energy. I guess that's what this plant is doing, taking corn and turning it into ethanol, but I don't know. So there's the mysterious light we were talking about. I found some halfway decent pictures, and there's more and more popping up all the time.
Weird place we live at.
Weird, man.
Weird. Weird, weird, weird. All right, Blazer was on it.
What's that?
It is an LEO SDL scanner based on the notomes of your something. Chicago Center was pre-scheduled with the region. What? I can't.
What is he talking about?
Speak English.
I don't know what he's talking about.
What Blazer is saying up there.
I know, but what is it about? I don't understand what we're talking about.
I don't understand what it must be something on that, on Marquise that he looked up. I don't
know. It's a plant. It's a plant, and it's not near Chicago. It's just 25 minutes from us.
I texted a picture to Jane. And my phone's on silent. Hold on. Hi, Laurie. Yeah, it's in Mark, right? Or would that be considered Hennepin?
I consider it Hennepin, but it's I think it's closer to Hennepin, but it's in between the two actually. But I think it's actually Hennepin.
Yeah, it's closer to Hennepin than it is Mark or Granville.
Hi, Lori. Hope I haven't missed anybody else that's came in. Oh, Robin says Marquise, interesting, like the movie Marquis announcing a title. Yep.
Later said he emailed you.
I thought he sent it to you.
He sent a screenshot it says in chat. But makes me wonder, is that the only Marquise plan or is there more around?
Oh, I'm sure there's probably other ones, but this is the biggest one. It's in our area. If you get towards Morton, southern, more southern here, there's a couple more ethanol plants that are pretty big, but this is the only one in our area or close to us.
You rose. Hey, I just buffed. Uh-oh.
What?
Well, you froze and I saw a little buffy thing on me too.
Yeah, you're all garbly. Am I garbly? Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. They're getting us because we're talking about the plant. Oh, man. See, I just in and out.
Go out and come back in.
All the way, all the way.
All right. Yeah, I don't know what that light is. Blazer, you might be right. Maybe it has something to do with the government and stuff, because I'm sure they sell their ethanol to it's federally regulated. Now, Blazer, robot grandma. Robot grandma.
Wow.
How about now?
You're fuzzy.
I'm fuzzy?
Oh, yeah, you're real fuzzy to me. Yeah.
I look clear on my screen. All right, everybody in chat, what are we doing? How do I need to go out and come back in? Or to me, I look okay, and I don't know if I sound okay.
You're getting better now. I mean, but yeah, you look kind of fuzzy. I know you're always fuzzy. You're always fuzzy.
Fuzzy wuzzy. Right.
Well, that was kind of weird.
I don't know. I guess we better change subjects.
We normally don't have issues. Yeah, were we getting down a sneaky little rabbit hole that we weren't supposed to? Huh.
They said, oh, airwaves. Fuzzy Wuzzy was a woman, though.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. So was Fuzzy Wuzzy really fuzzy?
All right.
I opened it. Sorry.
So anyway.
What? You opened what?
I don't know.
A portal?
Maybe that's what that beam of light's for.
Oh, yeah. Maybe Blazer wasn't supposed to type in what he did. You got us in trouble.
Oh, well.
I don't know, but it is a mystery. I probably should have a camera pointing over there because I'm not sure if it's still going on or not.
I want to know if any UFOs or strange lights have showed up around that beam. Or if there's anything else going on in the sky when that's visible. Oh, yeah. Hi, Shelly.
Hey, Shelly.
So we're going to try something a little different tonight.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
We're going to try something different?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, boy. Look out, folks.
So, like you know, I've been messing around doing the old AI thingy.
Just don't talk to it.
I haven't talked to it.
Good, because that's when it gets creepy.
Oh, I got something along that line I want to talk about tonight, too. There's another thing I want to talk about.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Am I supposed to get the goat out again?
No.
Oh. On that note.
I don't want to talk to the goat.
Oh, you don't like my goat?
I like the real ones.
No.
So I've been playing around instead of doing creepy acres.
Oh my gosh. Huh?
I've been playing around with some of the reports, and that way we can introduce our own reports and plus do theirs. So you guys all know this one, the Tascoma, Missouri space penguins. we've talked about this over and over about the farmer heard noises or got rattled and went outside and saw what he thought was a strange light out in his field, and the closer he got, it started looking like a mushroom, the best he could describe it. And, as he got closer to that, he started throwing rocks to try to, I don't know, scare it off or whatever, but he noticed these little green, grayish green, which he described looked like penguins with some kind of black apparatus where the nose and mouth would be. Yeah, cows have bells because their horns don't work.
That's funny. I've never heard of that before. Their horns don't work.
Dwarf says more cowbell.
More cowbell.
Which is one of my favorite Saturday Night Live clips.
And Blazer says we need a gong like Andy has. I didn't know Andy had a gong. Does he have a gong sound on his show?
I don't know. I haven't heard one.
Did he eat some cow shrooms before that sighting?
He might have. Maybe he picked some of the mushrooms growing out of the cow patties. So after I got that one to come out halfway decent, I made this one for the Spring Hill Jack, and we talked about him the other day from 1838, which happens in London. And this one kind of made him look like a vampire to me.
I know, yeah. Is he supposed to be kind of vampires?
In the Creepy Acres one, he kind of looked like a vampire too, because he had that cloak and pointed ears. And so anyway, I thought I'd make up our own little card. This kind of looks like almost like a collector's playing card. We could probably actually have these printed out. So anyway, I was just curious if you guys would rather see my images or if you just want us to keep doing Creepy Acres, or if I don't get them done, because it takes a lot of time to get them to generate. Hi, Maya.
Hi, Maya. She likes talking to goats.
I like talking to goats, just not that electronic one.
Well,
I don't mind hearing it. I'm just not going to talk to it.
The real goats were screaming today.
Yeah, I talked to them today and fed them and threw them some bread. And
well, they needed some water. So once I put water in, I mean, I was feeding them and everything, and I left, and they were just screaming worse than this plastic goat. And I said, I'm coming right back with your water. And they were just screaming.
So anyway, I just thought we'd start making up our own slides if they come out good anyway. And I think they're coming out pretty decent. So this is Spring Hill Jack, which was occurring in 1838 in London, and it was compared. They're comparing him to almost like a Jack the Ripper kind of deal, where he was menacing and going after women in the dark lit alleys at night.
You said 1838?
1838.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize it was that long ago. Wow.
So here's the one from Japan, the Kofu fanged humanoid, they called it. And this one came out all right, but doesn't look as good as I mean, I guess it's not on screen, is it? I thought it was on screen.
Mm-mm.
So this is from 1975.
Oh my gosh.
Yamanashi, Japan, the Kofu fanged humanoid, which was the two boys experienced the UFO coming across the bright light and came down the field, and this thing came out, which they described having large fangs and like a silver suit. But if you look at the one from Creepy Acres, I'll bring it up. This is in comparison. At least I think I will.
Yeah, that one was pretty cool.
So
yeah,
he,
not a little average little dude. He's kind of short and stocky.
so this in comparison is, oops. I'm getting there.
Keep stalling. I'm going to do a goat.
I'm not stalling. So this is what their picture looked like.
Yeah, it was a dude with looked like he had a cowboy hat on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that headpiece is.
Mad Pax, is that your neighbor?
Your neighbor?
It looks like a cowboy hat.
Oh.
It looks like a Texan cryptid.
So that's what their image looked like, and this is what my guy turned out to look like.
Oh.
So I don't know. We might show both. It's the same story, just different images. So I thought it was interesting. I thought it would be fun to do if I not that I don't already have enough to do besides adding new stuff like this.
Robin said it looks like a Lost in Space dude.
Oh yeah. Neck stretchers like the Aborigines, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, some of the Aborigines, you know how they add the rings to their neck and stretch their necks out? He kind of had a long neck in that picture from Creepy Acres.
Yeah, Robin says maybe the AI knows what they actually look like.
Oh. Well, I actually fed in the information, and this is what it came up with.
Yeah, they got the UFO right too, huh? But what's wild is back in the 50s, 60s, early 70s, UFOs always had the little spinny lights going around, right? Remember that?
Right. Yeah.
Just on TV or something. They don't do that anymore.
Then here's the one that is the closest to our date. February 24th, 1976, the San Antonio pterodactyl. So I don't know. I was just having fun.
Those are good. I like the stick shift UFO.
The stick shift UFO. I like the group UFO.
The pterodactyls.
So here's the Creepy Acres one for that incident. 1976, February 24th. 3 teachers from the South Side School District, Patricia Bryant, Marcia Dahlberg, and David Rendon, each driving separately along an isolated Pleasanton Road. Suddenly, a massive shadow falls across their path as something huge swoops over them. The three stop to investigate and spot a massive creature overhead. However, it's not just some oversized bird. Instead, its wings span an astonishing 15 to 20 feet, having a structure and appearance of a bat's. The legs are also unbird-like, and it seems to glide rather than fly. Soon the trio notice an identical creature off in the distance circling a herd of cattle like some kind of monstrous buzzard. Later, Bryant searches the encyclopedia, attempting to identify the avian nightmares that she and her coworker saw. Disturbingly, the creature that best matched what they witnessed is a monster from a long bygone era, the prehistoric pterodon. I'm sorry, pterodon. So that's their picture.
Welcome in, Derek.
And this is the one that I had AI make, which doesn't really show school teachers or the cars or any of that stuff, but I kind of like it.
Mm-hmm. Derek Woo.
So this will give us the ability to maybe add some reports that Creepy Acres might not cover, maybe locally for us or another state or something newer in the news that pops up.
New cryptids.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just playing around with it. So what do you guys like? You guys like seeing our images, or
I like both.
I like both too, but like I said, like the same story would go with this picture, the report, no matter which one we show.
Yeah, I've wondered that too, Mad Pax. If pterodactyls and thunderbirds could be the same, like when people are making their report, they're classifying, are they the same or are they classifying it different? Are they calling it a thunderbird, but it could be a pterodactyl? Yeah.
Well, Thunderbird is actually an Indian Native American name, so it could be the same creature. Just like Bigfoot, Sasquatch, which one do you use? What, booger, hairy man, wild man. I mean, every culture, every place has their own names, depending on what you're describing. So,
well, I was watching a dog man, it's a video, but it had a bunch of different videos of, people sightings. Half of them, to me, when you saw them from a distance, looked like a Bigfoot, because they were calling it Dogman. So I think some people have accidentally misidentified, and because I went back and looked again. I said, that don't look like there's no snout or anything, but some of them actually look like a Bigfoot to me, not a Dogman. So who knows?
Maya says they could have been dragons. They could, because some of them, some of the pterodactyls or the descriptions, they have tails. So I mean, the dragon would have tail. It would look just like a giant bird if it was way up in the sky flying around. And we've talked about that in the Pennsylvania area, where people have still been reporting dragons every now and then, that or what they think is dragons. So is it a thunderbird? Is it a pterodactyl? Is it a pterodon?
The Bigfoot running around with a werewolf mask.
So anyway, I don't know if I'll get them done every week. I'm going to try. I kind of like to do something for our channel instead of using theirs all the time, even though I like their pictures. I like their stories. But it's the same stories, that it's the same report that you find online, but so I don't know. Hi, May May.
How'd she sneak in? Oh, hi, May May. I'm trying to keep an eye on chat, and they still sneak in. Goodness.
So anyway, it's just something fun. like I said, I might, just depending on what's going on. Like I'm getting ready. We're getting ready for Jessica's show this coming Wednesday. So I'm doing that, and so I don't know if I'll have time. I'm going to try. If there's a report to do, I'll try to make up an image for us. If not, we'll still do Creepy Acres.
Dum dum dum. It's like the cryptid in the corn guy. Yeah, we need to get Mr. E back. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cryptids of the corn. Yeah, we need to get Mr. E back, Justin. Yeah, he's really good.
Yep, we got him. We'll have him back. We got Roger Holler coming up this Sunday. We're going to be talking about paranormal experiences that he's had. And just in general, we're going to cover the whole paranormal, whatever comes up, just like normal. So we're looking forward to having Roger Williams from was it Squatch and Holler?
Yep, Squatch and Holler. So yes, May, we started our shows back. We took a break. Last Sunday was our first show back. We had Amber Para World on. So we're back, but it's 7 Central instead of 6.
And like I said, we might start popping on some of our old shows during the week sometime, or maybe late at night, maybe during the middle of the day. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Of course, if we pop on a premiere or whatever, we'll still be in chat or doing stuff, and hopefully you guys will enjoy watching some of our old shows. 'Cause I don't know how many people go back and actually look at our old shows. 'Cause we got lots. We got quite a few old shows that we've done. A lot of great guests.
Mm-hmm. And there wasn't just Sundays there for a while. We did a few Tuesdays, and
we did.
The one with Paul with the clowns, Paul from the UK and the clowns, that was on a Wednesday afternoon. So we have a few extras in there, here and there.
And we were doing the UK people at 2 p.m. So a lot of people might not have popped in the middle of the afternoon when we did his show. So we might re-air some of those, and I don't know. So hopefully you guys will be able to hang out and check out some of our older shows. But definitely Sundays at 7 p.m. Central. We're going to start having all our guests back on and getting some new ones, and some of our old favorite people we like having on. And so we're just now starting to schedule for the Sunday show. So
Dwarf, you ready? We'll put you on the list.
Dwarf,
are you ready?
To the office.
We'll put you on the list, Dwarf.
Dragons, yeah, dragons. We've done shows on Jessica's channel about dragons. We talk about dragons on our channel, but I don't think we've actually really done a show on dragons. We talk about them, but Jessica's channel, we definitely did a show on dragons.
Yeah, we brought them up, but I don't think that we've had a show just specifically on dragons.
So you got any animals, anything going on?
There's nothing outside. Absolutely not even the stray cats. I mean, they were around earlier. The little black bear cub looking thing was still chasing the calico around. Then I saw the Siamese for a while. Saw the possum, but he must have took off. So nothing yet.
All right. No police chases yet. So we'll just continue on with all the other stuff we were going to talk about.
Is Geralt's beard shorter in the older shows? Can we watch the progression? Yeah, you can, because he shaves it once a year. So the last 3 years, you'll see it long and then short for a while, and then long and then short for a while. And you guys got about until May or June when he's gonna
one year it was longer than the others. So you can kind of tell by my symbol on my shirt. So there's a good judge for you right there.
All right, so Mad Pax, that's your next project. You can go through all the old shows, screenshot, and then put them all together and make a collage. And make it move. Go. You can just
I thought about
short grow.
I thought about doing that because a lot of my thumbnails, I really like our thumbnails with our guests and stuff and subjects. I thought about making a little collage or a movie of all the thumbnails that we've done over the last 3 years, whatever it's been.
Almost 3 years. And I said, no way was I going to get on camera. And that was about the time that somebody asked me to come on her show. And I went, no.
Yeah, I said yes for you.
Yeah. And so kind of went, oh, well. And we just kind of popped on just for fun one day and went, okay, let's just keep doing it.
Well, here, I think I can do this.
Uh-oh.
It's for the fun of it. Since we're talking about guests and
I want a pet dragon.
I don't like
fly around on.
Why is it doing that?
There's got to be good dragons and not just bad dragons. So it has to be good dragons too. Go up and rub his nose. A bearded dragon. Ooh.
Oh, there is a bearded dragon. My cousin used to breed and sell red bearded dragons. All right, let's try this for the heck of it. Let's see if it works.
Warning. This is a test. We do not know how this is going to turn out. Oh, these are the movies?
It's just taking all my my images, and it made its own movie out of it.
You just now did this, or you already did this?
No, the computer does it for you. So some of these are our Rumble movies.
Yeah, some of these are the movies. Yeah. There's Lynn.
There's Andy, Nicole.
Amber.
Barb Hartman. Jessica.
That was a good show, talking about blimmies.
Bryce.
Oh, that was good too. Yeah, talking about Egypt.
There was a movie from Rumble.
Oh, there's Paul's show. That was a good show about clowns. Wow.
Doreen.
Yeah, Doreen's was a good show too.
There's another movie we aired on Rumble. There's another movie we aired on Rumble.
Plummy Cheeks.
Kate Ray. Jesus Pion. Jim Goodall. There's another movie, one of your favorite movies.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Ollie. He's always fun. Brian Minnick. I just scheduled Brian Minnick to come back on the show. There's Mr. E.
Yeah,
we were talking about him.
Yeah, so we got Brian coming back, giving us an update on Montauk.
Paul Blake Smith.
I had him on, I think, 3 times.
Yeah. There's the Bigfoot Bionic Man that we did. We did 3 movies off of him. There's Bigfoot Dwarf.
Lasky. Hey, they repeated that one.
There's the movie I was talking about, The Fountain. That's an
Oh, okay.
awesome movie.
Dr.
There's Dr.
Smith.
Smith. All right, now I think it's just repeating.
Hey, Harold and Christy, welcome in, guys.
So there you go. There's some of the thumbnails that I saved. I still got all of them, but those are the only ones I have on the computer right at the moment. But no, I enjoy making the thumbnails.
So welcome in, Harold and Christy. It was fun hanging out over there when we finally got the chat to get fixed. I don't know what happened that day.
Yeah, wasn't that weird?
Oh, that was so weird. So everybody stopped typing and they just started doing the hands and everything. I don't know. That was a weird day. And then all of a sudden it just got fixed. So hope you guys are doing good.
Excuse me.
Very cool, Carol. Congratulations, and Jane. Mad Pack says, I like that. I think we're having a delay here, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure it is.
Maybe it's more of a delay than normal.
Maybe. I don't know. Oh, I know something else what I was going to do. We got daylight savings time coming back up. And people are talking about how time is moving faster, that people's analog clocks and their clocks that aren't hooked up to the internet are showing minutes difference if they, depending on how long they let it go between it and their cell phone. So at daylight savings time, I'm going to reset this clock so it's exact, and I'm going to have it in the background. Then every show on Friday night, we're going to check this clock against my cell phone clock to see if there's any difference in minutes. This as a little experiment.
Well, I'll give you an example. Watching the 24/7 clocks. When we were little, we used to be able to count, like 1, 2, 3. That would be a second, right? If I read this, it's going faster before I can say it. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. That's too fast counting these seconds.
Yep. Hi, Jessica. Thank you.
Hey, Jessica. You want to show?
We were just telling everybody we're going to be on your show Wednesday talking about creatures on old maps. We just went through some of them.
You want to show Jessica your little animated blemmies?
Lori said we can do old maps anytime. So check out Jessica's show Wednesday. We're going to be talking about the creatures and stuff on the old world maps that we've always talked about, but I have more maps. They might not all have the best sea monsters or whatever, but they have strange stuff on them. What are you laughing at? Yeah. Every 30 minutes, somewhere around the world is 420 somewhere.
Yeah,
every 30 minutes.
We mentioned dragons and Jessica shows up.
It might be 4:20 a.m. It might be 4:20 p.m., but every half hour there's a 4:20 happening somewhere around the world.
Oh my.
So anyway, there's a big time discrepancy everybody's talking about. So I'm going to set a clock. I'm going to definitely do that little digital one. I'll put it back here somewhere, and we'll bring it up every show. So hopefully people in chat or Jane or whoever reminds me. But I might do an analog one too. Just an old wind up one to see if there's a difference. Just to keep things interesting. We'll keep track of it for a while. Especially after a daylight savings time, since we're changing our clocks, it's kind of hard to start it now, then have to change our clock and make sure it's right. So
March is coming up. So when is daylight savings time?
I think on the eclipse or the red blood moon or something, isn't it? It's pretty close. The
It's
third,
usually
fourth.
on a weekend. So the blood moon's on Tuesday. So if we survive the blood moon, then we'll have the show with Jessica.
Yeah.
So I don't
Hopefully,
think it's
hopefully the body snatchers don't get us and replace us or anything by then.
so it can't be this coming weekend. It would probably have to be the weekend after.
I don't know. I'm just saying whenever we change our clocks, I'm going to set that clock. I'm going to have it back. I'm going to show it on. We'll show it on Friday night, and we'll show our cell phone, and we'll check every week. We'll check it, or every show we'll check it.
Well, I know it may just be these cameras, but once in a while, they're on the same time, and all of a sudden, some of them are a few seconds behind, or they're kind of messed up. Makes you wonder, but I still think the seconds. We used to count seconds slower when we were kids.
Or we did when we counted between the lightning strike and thunder. You did 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
I used to do 1001, 1002, 1003. Well, that wouldn't work anymore because seconds are going too fast. I have 2 or 3 battery clocks in the house, and they are all a few minutes slow to my computer and cell phone time.
Yep.
Been going on for over a year, maybe 2 years.
Yep. That's what everybody's saying, that their cell phone and stuff are all just gaining minutes. Some people say within 2 weeks, there's like 2 or 3 minutes difference.
Just because they do time experiments in the meadow.
There you go. Well, yeah, in the meadow, when you got portals and you got all that
or missing time,
that energy and all that right there, I would assume that it would mess with all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I just thought that was something fun that we could do on our show. We'll set the clock and we'll show the cell phone and the clock having the same time, and then we'll check back the next time we do a show and see if there's any difference. Then we'll just keep doing it and see if how much time.
Now, I don't think it's the older you get, the faster it goes. Young kids are seeing it too. They're experiencing it. I think it's everybody now. It's not an excuse that the older you get, the time goes faster. This weekend's March. What the heck? I think it's going by so fast.
Oh, look at that. Lori's putting our cams on a slower speed, and she says you can see more.
Yeah, because for a while I was starting to see some of the skyfish and stuff, but here lately I haven't been seeing them. So they're not coming out every single night.
Oh my.
Yeah, so every night's different. I have to adjust those battery clocks frequently to the cell phone time. They are always slow. I thought it was just me.
I would just keep your clock going the way it is. Have at least one clock just to see, because that's the real time.
Maya and the dark.
If I set it now, how many minutes have we lost over the years? When did it start?
What year are we in? We don't know what year we're in. They've lied to us about everything. You really think they're telling us what year we're in?
I'd like to try some skyfish tacos.
Skyfish tacos. Let's do the time warp again.
I like that. That is my favorite. That is my favorite part of the whole movie in Rocky Horror Picture Show. And I was just talking to John, Dr. John Stamey, a couple of weeks ago about Rocky Horror, because I actually have the VHS from when it came out. 1975, somewhere in there, 1977.
Maybe said new shirt idea.
Oh yeah.
Robin the Stone Age. Bigfoot dwarf like that. The Stone Age.
So yeah, let's do the time warp. That's like my favorite part of the whole movie. Let's just jump to the left.
Jump to the right. I'll be right back.
Where are you going? Hi, Patrick. Welcome in. So let's see. I know what we'll do. We'll go ahead and I found something. Well, it's not new to us, I guess.
Welcome in, Patrick. Yeah, I was getting a little too warm. I forgot to turn the little infrared heater off before the show, and I looked up and went, "Oh my! No wonder I'm getting warm."
Says it's 64 over here on my side.
I'm 75 in here, and I normally don't have it this warm in here. So welcome in, Patrick.
I don't know what I did with it. Again. Where did it go?
I don't know. Need to put your folders in alphabetical order or something.
No, it's not a folder. I don't know what it is. Don't start.
Oh my gosh, Skyfish
What?
Taco T-shirt.
Oh, a Skyfish Taco T-shirt.
Skyfish Taco T-shirt.
We still need to add the.
Please excuse Dwarf in 2 minutes for his usual break.
We still need to add the new T-shirt.
Which one?
The Sea Monster one.
Jump to the left. Jump to the right. Stand up, sit down. Fight, fight, fight.
What are we at? A football game? Basketball? Where are we at?
Does that mean we can start fighting?
Oh. All right. I wanted to bring it up somehow.
These are the most creative chats online.
What's that?
Robin says these are the most creative chats online.
Yeah. I tell you what. I mean, I thought some of the stuff that we talk about, we don't, in our minds, the way it works between me and you, I thought, man, I don't know if I want to talk about it, but everybody in chat brings up the exact same stuff that we talk about all the time, and they like having fun with it too, just like us.
And Patrick, no, I was not a cheerleader. I wasn't popular. Only the popular girls were cheerleaders. I was in marching band, so I was a bando nerd. So I was always hanging out with all the band people, and
yeah, one time at band camp,
halftime marching for football games, and pep band for basketball. So yeah, I was a bando.
You got any of those stories?
Oh, well.
One time at band camp?
One time at band camp? Yeah, band camp was fun. Paranormal High Vibe Tribe.
Oh.
Love me some Scotch bonnets.
Really, though, I mean, just like our chat, Jessica's chat, Dwarf's chat. I mean, everybody just has so much fun in the chats, and they come up with some of the things like, oh, I never thought about that. That's awesome.
Gerald was thinking that.
I was what?
Daryl said, LOL, Gerald was thinking that. Harold said the time speed up to match one of the dimensions were destroyed by CERN. Don't know. All right. Band nerd unite. What'd you play,
Nerd.
Mad Pax? I was alto sax, and then my senior year, I was on the rifle squad. I was out there twirling rifles and throwing them up in the air and catching them.
Nerd.
Nerd. So yeah, I played alto sax until my senior year, and I told him, and I tried out for the rifle squad. And
No, it's from a movie. I said, or the girl says, one time at band camp, and it was kind of a sexual innuendo. So that's why I said it. I wasn't necessarily trying to be dirty, but I just thought it was funny.
Maya was band and a cheerleader.
So here's a Google map. And, you know, we always show like we've showed the Mothman map, we've showed the Mounds map, the what other maps do we got?
411 map.
Well, we keep showing all these Google maps that I keep finding. Well, this one's the Dogman map.
There you go, dwarf.
So these are all Dogman reports.
Holy
Some of them, I guess, could be werewolf, depending on how you look at it.
That's a lot of Dogman reports.
But look, it's just not us. It's got Norway, which is Sweden, and we got the UK. And
what was that? That band camp likely had a surplus of spandex. Mad Pax played trombone and trumpet. Oh, marching and jazz band.
all right, let's go up here by Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin. Now these like the maps that Dwarf shows for the Bigfoot mapping project. There's no green lights, nothing. You just got to go through them and see. So here's Peoria, which is close to us.
Yeah, Maya was a drummer.
So this is Woodford County. Dogmen in the backyard.
Woodford County. That's where I grew up.
Yeah, so there you go.
Oh. So it wasn't Peoria County. This is actually Woodford County.
Well, I said it's by Peoria because Peoria was on the map where the dot,
Right.
close to where the dot. Can you see it?
Yeah.
All right.
Huh.
So it says, I live in rural Illinois, had been experiencing strange noises and activity around my house for a period of a couple months. When one night around 4 a.m., my dog started acting up like she wanted to go out. So I went to let her out. Before I did, though, I flipped on the back floodlights and peered out through the mini blinds because I had a weird feeling. When I did that in the backyard, about 75 feet away from me, this wolf dog man-like thing was standing upright on two legs looking at my back door. It had proportionally huge head, pointed ears on the top, and I noticed an amber-colored eye shine. Its head was canine in appearance, like a German shepherd or a wolf. It had broad, strong-looking shoulders and accentuated deltoid muscles. Its torso was sunken in towards the abdomen like a dog, and it had no neck. Because of its massive head, it had an extreme forward-leaning posture of around 60 degrees. It had thick, accentuated quad muscles in the front of its thighs and angled forward and tapered down to small knees. Below the knees, I could see that its lower leg angled back to hocks, just like a dog has. Because of its hocks, it looked like it could lean backwards on them. If it wanted to, it could leap or jump. Also, because of the way the legs looked, it was an impression it could jump or run very well. After a few moments of standing there, looking at my back door, I turned and walked into the cornfield that was behind. It walked into the cornfield that was behind my property. As it walked into the cornfield. I could still see its head over the top of the corn stalks, which were around 8 feet tall. At that time, having such a clear view gave me chills to the bone. So
Wow.
that's in Woodford County.
I wish I knew
Dogman backyard.
Wish I knew the town.
Oh,
Interesting.
I don't know. It's right.
Oh yeah, zoom in.
Weir Farms, and there's Eureka Minnows.
All right, the Eureka.
So Eureka's in Woodford, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eureka is in Woodford. So if that's right there, it'd probably be like in between Washington and Eureka. Close to your route that you used to come home.
Yeah, I went right through Eureka.
Yeah, you went through Eureka coming home from Mitsubishi. So, all right. So around the Eureka
And
area.
speaking of Eureka, they had their county courthouse had one of those old clocks in the tower up above it.
Mm-hmm. We should go back there. Yeah. Yes, we have a Eureka.
Eureka, just like the TV show Eureka. A lot of weird stuff happens in Eureka.
So that is Eureka was real close to the high school or the town that I went to high school in. Wow. So
yeah, we can do
there's a couple
every week now. We can pick out some Dogman reports. Look at the Dogmans in California.
Well, there was a couple that was
Los Angeles. Look at all the Los Angeles ones.
Ew. Dwarf sightings. We'll go back to Illinois because there was 2 little dots that looked north of us, but not really close to Chicago. And I was kind of curious. So there's that one.
These
See those
2?
2 little dots? Yeah, see those 2. I'm kind of curious if that's LaSalle Bureau.
Ottawa and
Ottawa. Okay. Ottawa.
Wheaton.
Okay.
I think that's Wheaton. I'm not sure.
So Ottawa is 45 minutes away. And what's really creepy is when I've been watching some of these Dogmen films that they show a bunch of different ones, some of the howls that they were hearing almost sound like that little howls that we were hearing that was not a fox or coyote, like I was trying to explain. And when I heard that, I went, what? It was a low howl, kind of like what we've been hearing.
Too many Dogman reports.
Now they're saying Dogman reports are getting really popular. Girl, was that?
Yeah, it does. It's a bell. Yeah. It's a clock tower, just like in Back to the Future. It's above this great big 2 or 3 story building. I'll have to go take pictures of it. You probably find it online. Well, but I'll have to take some pictures of it.
Eureka Courthouse, because that's the courthouse for the county of Woodford. Eureka, Illinois Courthouse. You might be able to find it on Google.
It's definitely an old building, so it does remind you of Tartaria. And I'll have to look.
I'm gonna
maybe it has halfway buried windows and stuff at the
Eureka,
bottom of
Illinois Courthouse. I went images. Oh, there we go. Let me just blow it up a little bit. Or can I see it?
Well, here, let me get rid of this.
It looks kind of fuzzy though, doesn't it? Why does it look fuzzy? There you go. See the clock? That's the courthouse in Eureka.
And it's still, the last I knew, the clock still worked.
And I went in there one time, and that was my first divorce. Maybe there's another good picture of it. It's a massive building. It's just a gorgeous building. I forgot all about that until you brought that up. That is a neat building. Oh, there's a.
It is. I don't think I've ever been in there. I've been by it many, many times. I don't think I've ever had to go in.
Maybe that's better. How's that?
Yeah. Actually, I have been in that building. On our way home from work.
Really?
We were driving, me and my friend. I was carpooling at the time, and he was speeding through Eureka. I was sleeping. I had my chair back sleeping, and I didn't have my seatbelt on. So the cop wrote him a speeding ticket and me a failure to wear a seatbelt.
Oh,
And I said, I tried the old thing. I didn't have it on, but I tried the old sneak it around before he got to the car and stuff, and he didn't buy it, so he wrote it anyway. So we had to go in the courthouse and pay our tickets on one day on the way home from work.
Maya said she visited some Tartaria buildings in Kansas during the summer. You go into any town, look around, look at the Catholic churches, just look at the post office, city hall. They pretty much took over all those buildings and stuff. So even our tiny little town, we're seeing the red brick and just kind of thinking, yeah, there's no way they did some of this back in the 1700s. And so
let me read this. I'll read this dog man report. This is the one about Ottawa, or close to Ottawa.
There.
And then I'll show some of the Henry pictures that I took.
All right. So this was in Ottawa. Stop it.
All right. Let me bring this back up.
Hey, Corey, welcome in.
Hey, Corey.
Yeah, the old train depots. Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah. We had a small train depot here in our small little town. Is this basically just a little building? It wasn't nothing big, but the one in the next town up from us, Princeton and Ottawa and all them, they have bigger. But then you get into Chicago, Springfield, all those places have huge train depots, the old world looking ones.
Ottawa has some really nice buildings.
They have a lot. Well, Abraham Lincoln was there in Ottawa, and
well, even my Metamora.
Douglas, they had the Douglas debates in Ottawa. They showed up at the Central Park there. So there's and all the churches in Ottawa, the old churches have those high steps where you go up to almost like the second level instead of the first level. They'll have those big, huge steps. Like, why do they have those big, huge steps going up to almost like the second level instead of the ground level?
And I keep saying it, you guys. Hi, Christy. You guys would love my lunch break. If you're not watching my lunch break, go subscribe. I haven't watched the last one. I've got to. It's about dwarfs. I went, oh, he's got a show about dwarf. So yeah, my lunch break shows all these buildings and goes into the facts of how many years did it take them to build and this and that. And you can just binge watch for hours of my lunch break.
Right. So let me read this one.
All right.
This one's close. Then I'll show some of the Henry pictures that I think I uploaded them. I hope I did.
Is there a year on these? I mean, dates?
What's that?
Is there any dates that they saw these?
I don't think there's any. That's why I said there's no green dots. I don't see any dates. This is what comes up when you click on it.
So we don't know if it's current, recent or not. Okay.
No.
All right.
So this says child encountered 7-foot dog man which spoke. I had gotten into an argument with my mother over God knows what and left the house. I walked out to the garage onto my driveway. The layout of the house was such that the garage kind of stuck out past the house and to the side, and it was empty lot. The side was an empty lot behind that, my backyard. My bike was laying out further down the drive, and as I went to retrieve it, I heard a noise behind me. What that noise was, I don't remember. I just know something caused me to turn around. What I saw looked like a wolf, but it stood about 7 feet. I was about 5'1" and had at least 2 feet on me. It was covered in dull black, grayish fur everywhere except for its stomach, which was hairless and a light pinkish color. It had its hands on the wall and was kind of leaning over the wall from the side looking at me. It moved its head closer and I believed it spoke, but I couldn't be sure and I didn't say anything. I couldn't understand. As quickly as it came, it was gone. It turned and jumped over my fence, which had to be close to 5.5 feet, and then it was gone.
Wow.
So that one is the one that's right here, close to Ottawa, Illinois.
Ooh, and it is on that side of the river. You know how close that is to Starved Rock, too?
Oh, yeah.
That's close to where the school was that we would go past.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That is close to Mathis and Starved Rock. Wow.
So we could probably read 2 or 3 of these every show, and it's never run out for a while anyway.
Robin wants to know if you found that online. She wants to check out the dots that are in her area.
Yeah, I'll send it to you, Robin. It's just a Google map that somebody put together with all the reports.
Can you take us there, Jane and Carol?
Oh.
I used to go to Matheson quite a bit. I didn't really like Starved Rock that well, but Matheson I liked better. And me and my girls would actually take the horse trails and stay away from people. But
well, this summer when the weather gets nicer, hopefully we can we'll go to Starved Rock and take I don't know if we'll go live. We'll try to go live, maybe. Otherwise, we'll film it. We'll show you some of the canyons and waterfalls and the trees. It's just a lovely place. And who knows, if we find anything weird, we'll tell you.
I wish we can get that 360 working better.
Yeah. That just depends on your cell phone signal. So maybe up there by Starved Rock, maybe the signal will be a lot stronger, so it'll work good. But definitely there's there's several canyons we can go there where people have died or lost their lives. And the one was a murder, real famous murder in the 1960s called the Starved Rock Murders. There's a Netflix and all kinds of stuff about it. There's a really good book. And
check out the waterfalls.
But the canyon is there. It's not hard to get to. So we can actually show you guys that, or you could probably look it up online, but maybe we can show you some pictures from there, and we'll go to Matheson, and hopefully this summer we'll make a trip down to Cahokia, and we'll check in with you guys from there. And so let me see. I said I wanted to show some of our pictures that we took that one day from our town.
Did you ever upload those from the hardware store?
What's that?
Did you ever upload all those from the hardware store that you took?
That's what I'm talking about, those and some of the buildings that we took that one day.
Hardware store, okay.
I think. I don't know. We'll see. All right, here's our hardware store. I'll bring this one up first.
Oh, we've got some small mounds close to us. Yeah, there's mounds, quite a bit of mounds in Illinois.
So here's one of the old buildings. I think I can probably I don't know if I can make this bigger or not.
So if you use your common sense and you look at these old buildings in any old town, how in the world did they haul all these bricks with horse and buggy and muddy streets to build these buildings? We're not buying it. These buildings were here.
So this is a farm store, a hardware store. It used to be, it was Duke Brothers, which I went to school with some of the relatives of Duke Brothers. And this says it was built in 1880. Did you notice it says 1901?
But it was founded 1880.
But why do they have two dates, 1880
right.
and 1901? So they did have my cousin owns it now. And she told us, and I'd never heard it before, but there was a fire downtown a long time ago. So she said the original building was wood. So maybe they built this in 1901, but it says 1880 on it.
Yeah, they always say there's a fire and then there's a new date on it. And I'm not buying it, but that's definitely, compared to other buildings, That's 1700s. There's no way it's late 1800s. And
So here's
just those details.
so here's one of the carvings or whatever you want to. And
Dwarf wants to know if a cow started the fire.
oh, that was Chicago. Actually, I don't know how the Henry fire started. We've had several. One that took out the hotel, and one that took out the movie theater block.
So Harold said he's been there. You actually been to our little hardware store? He said, I've been there. Because he did say he's gone through our area.
Oh.
Well, it would have been Dukes, or it would have been
it would have been Reed Brothers.
Reed's. It would have been Reed Brothers, because Reed Brothers had it for a long time, and then just this past year we got switched over again.
So here's another scallop or whatever you'd like to call it.
Right. So this is definitely older than 1880. These are just more buildings that they fudged the dates on.
Then I'm assuming this was a fireplace, but why would you have that on a fireplace? Why
like
everything else is red brick, and then you have decoration. You have decorations like that. So this is the bar that's right next door. And these buildings are almost like adjoined by the same walls, some of them.
Wish we could find a picture of the old Hotel Henry that burnt down.
Yeah, I probably have pictures of it somewhere. So here is behind. Did I skip pictures? Nope, went from the bar. So I just thought the bar red brick was kind of cool.
That's the back of the bar, right? Yeah.
No, it's the front.
Oh, it's the front. Okay.
I don't know what the back looks like. We need to go back there. So here's the back of the hardware store. And this is the brick that would be above a window.
Yep, there's the window.
Right there at the asphalt where the ground is. So there's another one. So also you notice the brick that's back here compared to the brick that was in the front. This brick.
Yeah.
Looks quite a bit different, don't it?
Looks a lot older.
There's another window or door. It could be a doorway, actually, even. So this is the side. And it's got the old crosses or stars, I should say. Cast iron stars in the side of the building.
Chicken Lips Brian's in here. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming. I haven't seen you in a while. Or I don't know how long it's been.
Yeah, he popped into the 24/7. I think it was yesterday. Nice to see you, Brian.
Here's that same pattern of brick over top of these windows. So I'm assuming these windows have the same pattern. So that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4 before you even get to the windows. And the same thing above the old door. There's the cast iron star that they put the rods in there to help hold the bricks and keep the building square. At least that's what they told me. So I don't know if that's, my dad told me that these were hold for structural. So there's the bricks again. There's 3 rows, 3 courses of bricks.
And we went in the basement, and the windows are bricked up. So why would you have massive windows?
So here's the cast iron. Here's the cast iron plates that have the anchor points that you would put shutters on. So you'd have a shutter, a bottom pin and a top pin for the shutters that cover the windows. So there's an old door, or used to be a window, I guess. So that's all for that one.
Doris said we need to check those old bricks for stamps.
Yeah, they used to put their where they were made. See, every town or every county had a brick manufacturer. And I think I don't know how many. I think Henry had their own.
Maya says she's going to send some pictures of what she took this summer. Yeah,
Oh,
Masons took them over. The Catholic Church took over all the cathodes and changed them into cathedrals.
all right. Let's see if I can.
And that's not too far from that artesian well that we were telling you guys about. Artesian.
Right. So, like I said, my cousin owns this hardware store now. Her and her husband. So here is the second story, or was this a basement?
No, that's upstairs.
All right, this is upstairs.
Yeah.
So there's some of the windows that we were looking at from the ins. So this is from the inside.
I'm glad you're feeling better, Brian. He's been having some health issues.
So this top floor, there's no dividers, no nothing. It goes from the front of the building to the back of the building.
And they used to repair wagons, was it, up there?
Yes, there's an elevator, and I think I have pictures of the elevator. They would take the wagons. That's what those big black doors in the back were for. You'd bring the wagon in, you load it into the elevator, and it had a hand. Then they had a hand. Now they have a motor. But they still have the hand ropes and everything in there, so you could actually pull yourself up and down. Or I think they said they actually had a horse at one time that would pull it. They'd take the elevator up and down. So you can see how old the floor is. This original flooring. Some of it they've replaced because it got so bad. The brick is still all original. Now that's been added for structural support.
Yeah, I didn't feel too uneasy, but it was different upstairs. But she heard the voice calling her nickname as a child in the basement.
Yeah, nobody uses her nickname. Nobody calls her nickname anymore. And that spirit, when she was up there and they were cleaning this place up and getting it all organized, called her by her childhood nickname. So these are gun cabinets.
That was stunning. Oh my gosh. That was so beautiful.
These are original gun cabinets that used to be where because they sold guns and hunting and all kinds of farm stuff, but this whole cabinet would have been full of ammunition and guns. There's an old steamer trunk that was still left up there. Another steamer trunk. But this gun cabinet is probably 20 foot long?
It was huge.
Then here's some old books that she's got from the store. Records of
logging books.
Log books and transactions and financial stuff. So I thought I took pictures of the elevator, but maybe I didn't. Or maybe I didn't load them. Well, those were newspaper articles that were attached or pasted inside of an old safe on the door of the old safe.
That was in the basement, though, right?
That was in her office.
Oh yeah, the office.
So I'm sure I took pictures of the old elevator. I need to look for those.
Yeah, you didn't take any in the basement?
I don't know. I think I did.
I remember snooping around and I was checking out all the bricked up windows.
Hi, Amber.
How did you, Amber? Oh,
You're
there she
supposed to be.
is. Hi,
You're supposed to
Amber.
be. You're supposed to be paying attention to.
I'm trying. Hi, Amber. Yeah, it is a neat old building. And we used to have a movie theater, and they claimed we had a hospital too.
I'll have to bring that out. I got some. I got a little book. My mom. I think she told me, and if I'm getting the story right, that she was like the ticket girl at the window in high school.
I
And
didn't.
somehow I have a row of Henry movie theater tickets
Aw.
and a little booklet on I think what movies were playing. And I think mom said she wrote down some of the people that she remembered going through there. But this was from when she was in high school. So somewhere upstairs in one of my cabinets, I got a little 4 or 5, I don't know, 6, 7 maybe tickets from the Henry movie theater.
Wow.
And speaking of the Duke brothers of the hardware store, my cousin let me take home the square nail, which is one of the original nails that they used on putting those planks and wood flooring down. So you can tell how thick those were. This is what, 5 inches long.
And they had wooden barrels just filled with these square nails.
Yeah, they had casks full of these wooden barrels just full of these nails. So I took one of the better ones.
So we can always do that. We go out of town. We don't,
What is that?
what?
Does anyone notice Gerald has every light in the house in his studio afraid of the dark? Actually, it's kind of dark over here. I have it. It's just the way the camera is. It's actually kind of dark over here, but I just wanted it dark enough for the lights to show the salt lamps and the Bigfoot over in the corner. And
yes, most of them were over here originally. I've
but
got
I did. So I guess I did steal the lights. So
I got 3 and then one over here. And I think the ones behind me don't work anymore. I think we got to check light bulbs again.
no, I'm not afraid of the dark. Unless I watch The Exorcist, then I don't like the dark. I don't like shutting the lights off and going to the bed after I've watched The Exorcist. That's the only time I get spooked out.
Brian says, I'm not afraid of the dark, just what's in it. Yeah.
Yep.
But I'm not buying some of these buildings were built in 1 or 2 years back in the 16, 17, 1800s. Horse and buggy, I'm not buying it. That's a lot of brick to haul. A lot of pillars to haul. Some of these buildings have granite and marble. Those things aren't lightweight.
So a lot of the old buildings are red brick all around town. So most of them are all red brick.
That was cool.
Dun, 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 dun. So what do you got? Anything going on?
I don't.
What do you mean you don't?
Got any more?
You should have something. What's going on?
I got some pictures, but
Let's show our movie again.
oh, our crypto movie. Yep, most streets were brick. Some of these towns around here still have some of the original brick. I know Metamora does. They still have the brick going around the Central Park. Now, you remember any streets that were brick when you were a kid?
No, not in Henry.
Okay.
There could be streets that are covered up or brick that's covered up. I don't remember them. The only town I really remember them is Eureka.
Metamora.
Well, I'm just saying that I remember Eureka and Princeton. Princeton still has red bricks that you can drive on.
Oh, yeah. Okay. And they got some neat old buildings. Next time we're up there, we gotta grab some pictures.
All right, here's one of the movies I made for an intro.
I like that unicorn.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Amber says she loves brick streets. There's one left in Charleston.
Oh, nice.
The meaning of Eureka is interesting. Well, what's the meaning of Eureka? Do you know?
What's that?
The meaning of Eureka?
Well, I'm sure there's a Greek or some kind of meaning to it, but other than that, Eureka is like, aha, Eureka, I discovered something.
I don't know. What is it, Dwarf? I like them roaring. Oh, that's cool.
So I still have some work to do on it. I want to smooth it out better and maybe make it a little longer, but that's going to be an intro.
We might have to make it for our intro for Night Owl Lounge eventually.
Yeah.
And then have some kind of Night Owl Lounge.
I just thought I'd make little intros for like if we're going to discuss a subject, if we're going to talk about old world maps and creatures, we'll just play that real quick.
Ooh. Harold said you guys would enjoy Guthrie, Oklahoma. The buildings in town are the old brick buildings and the roads are cobblestone downtown.
Wow.
Wow. We got to see the premiere tonight.
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about that with Jessica this Wednesday on her show, The Cryptid Huntress. So tune in to Wednesday because we're going to go deep into a lot of the creatures and have some good zoomed in pictures of all of them and some hopefully I'll have all the English translations for what they were talking about on the maps. So I got a lot of them now, but I'm working on more of them.
Instead of garbled Latin.
Yeah. Instead of trying to guess what each word kind of was. So here's the other subject I was going to bring up tonight.
I'll try to remember, Amber. She said message her and reminder.
Oh, for Jessica?
Yeah, 1 o'clock your time, noon our time, next Wednesday.
So we're going to talk about, do you remember what the other subject was?
Ron Cross. Who's Ron Cross? Harold said we will be doing a paranormal show in Guthrie soon with Ron Cross. I don't think I've ever heard of Ron Cross. Then what did you say? I'm sorry.
I said, do you remember what the other subject was we were going to talk about?
No. I remember the blue beam. Oh, yeah, Serpent Mound.
Yeah, the Serpent Mound in Ohio. So everybody should know, pretty much everybody talks about the mounds, you know, Cahokia here in Illinois, the Serpent Mounds in Ohio. There's just all kinds of them. I've showed maps about all the mounds. That was another Google map that we had, all the Native American villages, all the mound builders and where they were and what cities they were in and states. So we have that map also.
When did you change my logo?
I didn't change yours. I changed mine to that.
But it's mine too.
Well, then I guess I changed yours too.
Oh, Corey says the football stadium in Guthrie has a strange energy and feel to it.
Oh,
there,
wow.
take some pictures.
So here's an overhead view of the Serpent Mound in Ohio.
That's wild.
So it's in the middle. It's in the middle of these woods next to the. You can see there's a cornfield over there or some kind of field.
I'm sure it's not a dead dragon.
So you have it could be a dragon.
I
don't know.
know.
I don't see no wings, but
I mean, a snake that big, a dragon would be that big. I don't know.
There was giant snakes too. But anyway, this is the head, or they call it the oval. And then you got the mound that slithers or winds all the way back to the tail.
That place is wild.
So this is another description of right there at the head when the summer solstice comes in. Right here at this spot, there used to be there's a post there now, I believe. But there used to be an obelisk.
Yeah.
So when the sun would hit it, it would cast a shadow going off to another area.
Is that the only place you know of that's kind of shaped like this? Is this?
There's a lot of effigies, but this is the only one that's this huge and shaped like this.
Okay, all right. So
there is as far as a giant snake or whatever it's supposed to be.
That's why.
I mean, it says serpent, so it could be a snake, could be a dragon, like you said. I don't know. So if you're standing over here on this lookout place, and summer solstice rise will happen right in the middle of that winding of the body, and then spring autumn equinox is in the next one, then winter solstice is the next one. So
is that good point, Patrick? Is that a snake eating an egg?
Well, they call that the oval, and it could be an egg. I don't know. I'm assuming this could be the snake. This looks like the snake head with an open mouth, and it's eating something.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Wonder what those two round things are next to the head. That has to be a meaning.
I don't know that either.
Oh, wow.
So there's a lot we can talk about. But anyway, there used to be an obelisk. Most people don't know that there was an obelisk. So here's another one about the northern moon. You can see the full moon right here in the middle, the autumn equinox. And there's all kinds of scientific and studies they've been doing on this. And so I don't believe it's a coincidence that these windings end up being on the equinoxes and the solstices. So here's an overhead view of the whole area. And there's all kinds of other things. And these were like graves and bodies they found buried. And
yeah, I agree, Maya. It makes you wonder if the tail was like portal area, the way it curled.
Yeah, it looks like a symbol for the portal, don't it? So here it has numbers, tells you what the numbers are for the serpent's mouth, the oval embankment. So if you go back to that, so there's 1. Then they got them all listed, and so here is the oval. So you can see how much that's rose up a bunch against the path that goes around it. Then here's one of the parts that's close to it, and it has all these stones. So it says calendar marking mound.
That's wild.
So this is where you stand, or where you would be to see the equinox and all that, according to the snake.
So that's one of the little circle things that we saw.
I think so. Yeah. So here's the other one on the other side, I believe. I think that's what those are. I'm not sure, but as far as I can tell, that's what those are. So when I've told this story before, I always said they pushed the obelisk, they knocked it over. When the early explorers came over, they knocked it down. Now, some people say it could be because they didn't like they thought it was a pagan symbol. They didn't like it because they were a Christian based, came from the church. But they said that they pushed it over. Well, I didn't realize. I thought it was a ravine. This is actually a cliff. So this is high. So right above this is where the mounds are up here. So this is a big cliff on the back side, which they pushed that obelisk over.
Thank you, Amber.
So here's the obelisk, and this is what's left of it. And from what they say, this is at least 6 to 7 feet tall. But they said there's more of it embedded in the earth. So this is where the point, or where it broke off, or embedded from where the point is. So it continues on into the ground. But this is what's exposed on top of the obelisk.
No stories of them knocking it over or anything? Or
I just told you that the early explorers came over and they knocked it over and pushed it over the side of the cliff.
Yeah, I was looking at Amber's picture.
All right.
She
I'm sorry.
sent me 2 pictures of. Remember, she said she was taking down those trees.
Yeah.
Well, they found baby squirrel.
Oh.
So yeah, Amber, we've had 2 of them. The first one had his eyes closed and everything, and we had to go to. It wasn't PetSmart. It was the other one. Whatever. It was a pet store, and we had to get puppy formula. And I got an old Visine bottle, and we were bottle feeding it and introduced it slowly with, nuts until the point that they can actually chew through the shell.
And you have to massage its private parts to encourage it to pee, or it won't pee.
Yes. You have to, and even with baby bunnies and stuff, you have to stimulate them down there to make them pee and poo for a while until they can do it on their own. So good luck. We ended up getting a ferret cage, and he lived for 2 years in the ferret cage.
It was fun. Those squirrels were so much fun. They played and rolled around on the bed, and just like the videos you see where you put your hand up and they grab a hold of it and they roll around, and they were fun.
Yep, I remember doing it quite often. So yeah, we ended up we looked online and found that a certain kind of puppy formula. And what was funny is we went there and the lady says, "Oh, well, what kind of dog do you have?" And my daughter and I looked at each other. We didn't want to say squirrel. So we just kind of went, "Oh, mixed breed." So, yeah. And we bottle fed it and then by that time, when they open their eyes, you end up being mommy,
Right.
and we just did not have the heart to release it outside, not knowing what to do. So I wish you luck. They can be so cute.
Yeah, baby squirrels are fun.
So, well, at least the 2 trees are down, right, Amber? If I wasn't sick, it wouldn't be so bad. Well, you and Mini Me take over and just kind of take turns at it.
They're not hard. They're not hard to take care of.
No, I think she's talking about every 2 hours. You got a bottle.
Oh yeah, you gotta keep. Yeah, just like a baby, you gotta keep up with that.
Yeah, because the first one we had, the eyes were not open, and yeah, it was.
So you gotta take a warm cloth and clear out all the gunk and goo on their eyes so they can open up their eyes. Otherwise, they get sealed shut with the whatever that stuff is.
No squirrel, just goat.
I wouldn't mind having another squirrel. It was fun.
So yeah, when they open up their eyes, you're gonna be mommy.
Yeah, so Make sure it sees that your little one instead of you. So that way she has to take care of it. It'll bug her all the time.
Oh,
What?
no, just those trees going down. So only one squirrel though. That's what surprised you didn't find more. Corey said something about multiple giants buried there. They must be talking about something.
Oh.
Isn't it interesting that if you look up the countries of all these giant bones, where is most of them? Over here. They must have liked this land.
Yeah, I think they did. Well, if you read, I have the PDF somewhere of the old. Let me see if I got this right. When the Aztecs, I think it was the Aztecs, were thriving, a young Spanish boy that was writing the journals for the explorer for South America. He was journaling and writing, making sure he documented everything that was going on for the explorer. You know, as he was saying stuff or discovering stuff, he was journaling it. Well, he had a chance to stay at that village of the Aztecs for like 8 years, I believe it was. So he stayed there and he talked to the Aztec elders. I don't know what they would be called, but elders. So he was journaling also. He wrote a journal of their experiences, and they said the giants were here first, then the Aztecs and the Olmecs came in, and then they had a big war between of the giants and Olmecs, and they forced out the giants of the area. And they came up into California, and they went into the Missouri Valley, into like Cahokia area, and up in the Ohio area. So it's written in an old manuscript, and it has really good pictures. Somewhere I have that PDF.
You need to look.
We did a show on it one time on somebody else's channel where we went through it and talked about it, but we haven't done. I don't think we've done it on ours yet.
Vor says we need to look up Shadow of the Snake. Oh, Shadow of the Snake God and Chicken. It's Mexico. It's fascinating also. These mounds remind me of it. So that'd be another mounds that you can look up and get pictures from.
Well, I've done. It might have been on Dennis's show on when I was doing Road Less Traveled with Dennis. I covered the big giant snake temple, on how when the shadow hits the side of the stairs, you can see the snake the body coming down to the head, because the bottom of the stairs has a great big giant serpent head.
Think of all the Indians when they did their dances and stuff. They put snakes in their mouths when they danced. Right?
On TV and movies, I know for sure, but I don't know about in real life. I think that's what they did. I don't know.
Snake dance.
Snake handlers.
Snake handlers.
Let me see if I can find those. But yeah, we could probably do a show on the serpents and all that, all those old temples and Coral Castle. That's a good one.
Yeah, Coral Castle is a good one. If you haven't gone down that rabbit hole, check out Coral Castle in Florida. That's interesting. And I think that's the only place like that too, isn't it?
Yes. Actually, he built it first in one location, then moved it stone by stone to another one.
That's right. Yeah, he did move it. Dum, dum, dum. No problem, Robin. Nice to see you. She's going to be listening. She might chime in later.
So let's see. I'm looking.
Maya agrees. Coral Castle is fascinating. There's just so much mysteries. There used to be the 7 wonders of the world. Huh. Like there's thousands. We're finding more and more.
Yeah, there's definitely more than 7.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if I have a folder, and I should.
Then the more we wake up, the more we're realizing even more. There's still a few churches in West Virginia and Kentucky that handle snakes. Yeah, I think there's some in Texas too.
There's a YouTube channel online where they show the church services where they handle the snakes and drink the strychnine. They still drink the poison and still handle the snakes.
Oh, live church service with the
so if you got nothing better to do, you can watch a snake handling service online. Evidently, I didn't have anything better to do.
Oh. Yeah, the entire world is a wonder at this point. Yeah, then we're discovering more stuff and more stuff. Donkeys Incorporated. How they built these massive, gorgeous, stunning trains back in the 1700s. Can somebody come up with the factory that made the train tracks?
Yeah. That's who you really want to talk to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there hasn't been a steel company or something back then, right?
You want to talk to the people that made the engines and
yeah. And all the beautiful details on the inside. Good Lord, you look like you just woke up. You've been out for hours, haven't you?
Oh, all right. Here, when me and Dwarf and Latchkey Hustle did the Almanacs that one night, we covered the temples of the snake.
I know you gotta go out, don't you? She just woke up. I'm gonna take her potty.
So Dwarf, we did a show together on it.
All right. Time to go potty.
Let me find the picture of the snake temple. So right here is the staircase I was talking about that has it's either a dragon head or a serpent head. I think they call it a snake, but it kind of reminds me of Ohio Serpent Mound, because when the sun or the equinox comes, you can see the shadow creates the body of the snake on the side of the stairs down to the head. So that always reminded me of the Ohio Serpent Mound. Now, if I remember right, when they found this, the front of the mouth or this long part was broke off, so they've repaired it and put it back together. And I think the other side, the head is more damaged than this one. So they're working on restoring the other side. So in that journal that I was talking about, the young Spaniard journalist, he talked about the Aztecs telling him that the one warrior titan or giant that stayed, that was friendly to him, helped build the temples there in the Aztec or South America. He was not only the builder but the designer of those temples. So that's in that. I'm trying to think of what time period that manuscript or that journal was. I can't. I'd have to look it up. So if anybody wants these, you can go to the Library of Congress and you can find them. You can go to like the big public libraries that are on colleges, or even like New York Public Library. A lot of these times you can find these books in electronic form and you can screen capture them, or some places like the Library of Congress, some books that'll let you actually physically download an e-file of the PDFs.
Yeah, that's one of the shows that I've been watching and talking about. What was that called? Hagiography. And he's getting a lot of stuff out of these old books and stuff out of the what'd you say, the archives and Congress archives?
Yeah, Library of Congress.
Library of Congress, yeah. And there's just old pictures, and they're downloading more stuff and more stuff and more stuff. He said there's just new, just old books, and it has blemmies and all these creatures and stuff on it. And so interesting.
Let's see. Keep talking. I'm just talking to myself right at the moment.
And Harold thinks giants built all the pyramids around the world. So that's one theory we've heard. But do we really know? No, don't know. And like I said, a lot of the giant bones they're finding, why is there more over here and there's not that many in other countries that we were told had a bunch of giants? Don't know. There are definitely a lot of them over here. Could it have been way back when? Don't know. I mean, did they use frequencies like the Coral Castle? Now I hear tap-toeing all over the place.
I'm not doing it.
Tap, 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 tap. Watch, she's going to go to the kitchen and start barking like, can I come back downstairs? I asked her 3 times. Are you coming back down? Nope.
All right, here's the PDF file of what I was just talking about, the young Spaniard. Now there's a Spanish or one that he originally wrote in his language, and then there's one that's translated. So this is the PDF file. And it's a history of the conquest of New Spain. So they called South America and America New Spain. So you can go through this whole PDF file.
Wow.
So there's the title page. So I think this one must be the edited one where they may have put it in English. So let's skip down a few pages, and I can't remember if this drawings. Let me see if I can find them on this one. I don't know if. But we could spend a month going through this. Yeah, so this was translated into English. This PDF, I got the original that has his with the original inscriptions and drawings inside. I don't know if this one has them or not. I'll have to look. So don't mind me as well, here, I'll take it down so you guys don't have to see me scroll through it until I find something. But he's got pictures of that he drew the giants, what he thought the giants looked like by what the Aztecs were telling him.
Yeah, there's a lot of old pictures of all kinds of giants in the 1800s.
There we go. Now we're getting somewhere.
That just blows my mind that we've got.
So this section says maps.
You're not going to stay though, are you? We got a fox, but he probably won't stay.
So this says this 1524 woodcut shows a Spanish map of the Aztec island capital, Tenochtitlan, today Mexico City, produced by the Hernan Cortez. Shows a city. It was organized around a huge ceremonial center. So the good thing about these PDFs, they're you can zoom in pretty good.
Oh yeah.
So here's a list showing on this map the major cities, and so there's Chocola, where all these temples were. So here's a route you take from Veracruz to the city of Mexico. So this shows the route the Spaniards took under Cortez, command of the Veracruz. So you can download all these PDFs for free online, and you can find almost all old books, all these old maps I've been finding. I download the PDFs or the map itself from the Library of Congress. Which one, Corey? The first image of the map? So there's Mexico and Central America. So like I said, this is part of the journal that he wrote down following Cortez, where they went, what they did. So that said essays. All right, let me take it down till I find something else again. And I'll bring that back up, Corey. I'll bring that picture back up for you. Let me scan through this real quick and see what I can find. See if the yeah, here we go. I think I found it. So here's like one of the drawings that he did. And this says drawing a Pakal sarcophagus. But in the other manuscript, the original manuscript, this was all colored in.
Yeah, Corey, you are correct. There's a lot of things that people say that looks like a circuit board layout when you are above it looking down.
Yeah, let me go back to the.
A lot of people see that and around the star forts and all kinds of things. It just looks like a circuit board.
Let me go back to that first image. We'll bring it back up. Wherever it was. I lost my place. All right, here's where we first started. Maps. All right, so yeah, that does look like a processor or a CPU on a motherboard right there in the center. And most cities look like that. If you zoom out far enough where you can still see the roads and the houses and stuff, it looks just like circuit boards on a lot of places. So let me zoom this in.
Yeah, I've seen that in a lot of pictures, and people are making comments. It looks just like a circuit board, like a computer. Yeah, and Harold, if you ever Googled some of these old buildings with giant doors, well, what needed giant doors back then? So yeah, there definitely was giants amongst us.
So this is at this is at 500 zoom. This is as far as my program will let me go in.
Wow. That's what I don't understand. Why are they hiding the giants? Why are they hiding dragons? Why are they hiding airships? We had airships all over the place. We didn't have just the Hindenburg that burned up. That was just telling everybody, oh, no such thing. We can't do this again. Old pictures of airships all over the place.
And we brought that up on our show. Airships, where a picture of the Wright brothers when they first were experimenting and took off at Kitty Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the crowd is looking and talking and doing stuff, and they're not even paying attention to the airplane taking off. Mm-hmm. If this was such a historic flight, you would be glued and watching the Wright brothers flying their first airplane. But I think they were so used to aircraft and things in the sky that this was no big deal to them.
So yeah, 1800s, they had airships that had hotels in them, and I mean, just they were massive. It was a regular way of traveling. But no, there's no such thing. Nothing to see here, folks. And Lori says, I can barely keep my eyes open. I was up at 7, so I'm going to pause show so I can finish later. Tuning in 24 hours. Cam.
We're probably only going to go another 20 minutes or so.
Yeah. So good night, Lori.
So you probably caught most of it. So
I'll try to keep
thank you. I mean, and no pressure. If anybody needs to go to bed or get up early in the morning, don't feel pressured to hang out with us. I know we're so much fun that you want to, but
I still don't know.
No, you can watch it on replay, or we'll talk. I'm sure we'll talk about many of these subjects again.
So I'll try to keep the roosters quiet.
So I download, as you know, almost anything and everything I can find. So, for instance, here's the Gutenberg Bible. We went over that in the show. So if I can find it on PDF, so here's an 1872 Bible, which happens to be one that we own.
Mm-hmm.
So I was starting to scan those. But you can get the PDF of them from the Library of Congress on most of these.
And they got some neat pictures. Wow. And
So,
welcome in, Roger.
here's our Bible.
Welcome in, Roger.
So it's 5 inches thick. And we went through almost this whole Bible.
There's some neat illustrations in these old Bibles.
So we went through all the illustrations, the maps, and here's all the Bible. There's Tinsdale. There's Coverdale.
We covered plants and all kinds of things.
So I did my best to take as good a screenshot or photos up and try to get as much detail from this Bible. So we went through all the tables, and but you can download this as in a PDF file from Library of Congress and other places. So if there's a book that you see online or hear people talk about it, you can most likely find it. It's out there somewhere. Somebody's got it. Somebody's talked about it. Somebody's downloaded it from somewhere. I forget what I was looking for now. Dang it. I was looking for something. The Wright brothers.
Yeah. A lot of the old pictures, it looks like milky white skies. Well, they got rid of the airships. Yeah, Roger just woke up. Well, good morning.
Oh, good morning.
But yeah, there's definite proof. Well, there's pictures of airships in the Library of Congress. You can go and there's pictures and pictures and pictures. Because that one show that I was looking at, he got all those pictures out of there. So they were real. They were all over the place, different shapes, different sizes. They were massive and had thousands of people in them.
What's that?
The airships. Those pictures are in Library of Congress.
Oh yeah, I got so many pictures of airships. It's not funny. I mean, I got pictures of them docking to buildings, flying around, flying at air show or World's Fairs.
And all of a sudden one burned up and whoop, can't do this anymore.
I think the Hindenburg was done on purpose.
That's what I mean. They did it on purpose to kind of cover up the past. And they didn't want us to know that there was tons of airships and trying to let us think that was something new and it turned out to be a disaster. No, that was just a reason to stop all of it and to cover everything up. Hi, freaky.
So we need to do a show on airships because I got so many pictures of airships.
Right there, yeah, they hooked up to the towers of these tall buildings, and that's how people went back and forth.
I got tons and tons, and so here you can see the people on the top of the tower and are loading into the airship.
So using your common sense, how in the world did they build things like this in the 1800s?
So here's an actual real picture. It's not even a drawing or of people actually standing on top of a building.
Good night,
for this airship to dock. So, but I got tons and tons we can do, including the airship or the airship wars that went across the U.S.
Yeah, they used them in World War I and did the do.
No, I'm talking about the 1800s.
Oh, well, I'm also talking. They were being used in World War I, and with do weapons on it and blowing up buildings and stuff. Good night, Christy.
Good night, Christy.
So like I said, I don't get it. They're dumping these files, then we're dumping alien files, possibly. But let's open up the Smithsonian. I want to see giants, and let's see the proof on the airships, and let's see proof on the dragons. Let's open up the Vatican and the Smithsonian. Let's get down to the real truth.
Oh, you can't handle the truth.
I can handle the truth.
That's my favorite line from a movie.
You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
But I'm not sure if this is true or not. But I did hear last night that they are not going to release the X files or the alien files after all because of religion reasons.
Because of what reasons?
Religious reasons. And I don't know if that's true or not.
What religious reasons have to do with it?
That they were not going to open them up because of hysteria or something like that. And they weren't going to open them up. And that came from a good source too. And I went, really? So that
what would the religious?
Because it would interfere with their religious beliefs.
Well, they already think there's aliens anyway. What? I mean,
most churches don't believe that there's little aliens and green.
No, but I bet the majority of their congregation do.
This week's sermon, we will discuss Sasquatch.
Who the real Enoch was.
You mean Esau? Enoch? So, yeah, I'm not sure if that was true or not, that they changed their mind. They're not going to release all the files on aliens after all. But would we believe them anyway?
So anyway, airships, and we got this. This is a fun fact. We still got quite a few years to wait for Captain Kirk.
March 22nd, huh?
Yeah. 2,228 is when he was born.
Oh. Harold says Russia has a lot of artifacts from the old world as well that the world deserves to see. I think everyone does. A lot of these wars were not wars. They were breaking into museums and taking artifacts and doing this and doing that. Technology.
The majority of the stuff that come out about the U.S. and other things like this is because Russia doesn't care and they release it. So then they have to talk about it. So a lot of the stuff that comes out in the news, whether it's because of spies or technology or UFOs or any of that stuff, it's usually because Russia releases it. Then everybody else has to
they go, uh-oh.
Chime in and try to explain.
And they go, uh-oh.
Yeah. Russians.
Well, look at all the Russian buildings. They didn't build those. Those buildings were, well, actually, most of Russia was Tartaria area anyway. Tartaria was not around the whole world. That's just something that everybody's called it. Now everybody's saying old world. But the buildings alone over in Russia, oh, give me a break. Nobody could build those now. They got beautiful buildings over there. Who else from the early age started using a blimp airship for air combat? The dumbest thing ever. Yeah. Well, there's reports of them having the DEW weapons on them and using them and blowing up cathedrals and buildings and stuff like that.
Oh.
There's a part of hidden history.
So believe it or not, you can like we're talking about books and PDFs.
Yeah, the Kremlin onion domes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can go online if you search hard enough. Now, whether it's the actual document or not, how do you prove it? But supposedly you can get the journal or diary of Admiral Byrd. There's just so much stuff out there that you can find, and you got to be careful because somebody might fake it and put it out there like it's a real thing. But usually when it comes from the Library of Congress or somewhere that you think is reputable, they're out there. The files are out there. You just got to search and find them.
Yeah, how do we know these old books are really dated such and such that they could have dated that and said, "Oop, these are old books," but they really aren't old books?
Well, because somewhere the Library of Congress has a physical copy of the book. So you can actually go in the Library of Congress and check it out and take it to a table and thumb through it. So all the PDFs and electronic files are actually all books that they have in storage or on a shelf. The library. Have you ever seen the inside of the Library of Congress? It is huge. It's massive. It's like as big. It's like as big as the Smithsonian. I mean, you know how big the Smithsonian Museum is. Library of Congress is just huge. So many levels, and it's amazing.
Well, that show that I was watching, he said that they are just dumping more files and more files in there and more books, and I think that's kind of neat. We're looking at all these old pictures and things. Brian likes tartar sauce on his chicken burgers.
Oh, that came from there. That's how we got tartar sauce. Yeah, I think that's all I have to show. I mean, we can.
I think that's kind of like National Treasure, Harold. I know you probably saw that movie. I still say all these buildings, cathedrals, and everything was here. And the elite came over first and claimed buildings, took all the gold and jewels and the relics and artifacts, paintings, and everything. And that's why they are trillionaires or whatever, is because of all the assets that they stole. They've got all the artifacts and stuff. And I think the Masons did gather up a lot of them, and National Treasure was a disclosure. Now, they do have all these things.
Oh.
All the relics, and
I'm sure they're there somewhere.
Somebody has them. The Library of Alexandria too. So yeah, underneath the Vatican, Smithsonian.
Well, the thing about like the Library of Alexandria, they said it burned,
right,
sunk into the sea, all that stuff. If even like the Bible, they had scribes writing them, and they just didn't write one Bible. They did multiple copies. So I can imagine that somewhere, whether it's in the Vatican, in some Chinese dusty old shelves in a monastery somewhere, the same scripts that were in the Alexandria Library is somewhere else in the world still, and it hasn't been found or nobody's disclosed it yet. So I bet there's at least 5 more copies of it somewhere, whether it's in Russia, China, maybe somewhere in the US, buried down in the basement somewhere that nobody's went through.
I can imagine some of the stuff that they have. And then they founded the buildings. They didn't build them. It says founded on these buildings. They claimed them, and they became the elite rich around the whole world. They're the ones that got all these buildings. And the Vatican took all the beautiful cathedrals or cathodes that were healing centers, I believe.
And actually,
organs.
Actually, like the Dead Sea Scrolls that they found in the vases. That could have been in Alexandria's library. I mean, who knows? I mean, we know there was mathematical scripts, there was healing, health, and I mean, they collected everything from around that whole region and even the world to have it there. So there's got to be more copies. If not like an individual roll that came from India or Egypt or somewhere, there's got to be multiple copies or an original still in that country somewhere that was in the Library of Alexandria.
Welcome in, Larry. Is that official? Because I've been hearing for the last couple of weeks.
They've been bombing Iran anyway.
Today?
No, they have been here
No.
lately because there's
But I
been
thought,
bombs and lights going on, flashes going off in Iran for the last few days.
well, I didn't know that. I heard that it wasn't going to be until Friday the 28th, which is now. Friday, Saturday, 28th, that they were going to do the main attacks. I didn't realize that it was already starting. All right. Well, welcome in, Larry. Yeah, you just said U.S. and Israel are attacking Iran now. Brian Tartaria, if you're interested in this, Guy Anderson is the man to look up with wealth of knowledge. I will look him up. Amongst many other things, he's brilliant. I think a lot of people, I mean, we're waking up to a lot of this, and we're using our common sense going, we didn't kill cowboys in India, have cowboys in Indian days and killing buffalo and building cathedrals and these mansions. And I mean, just, yeah, more people are waking up to a lot of this and putting two and two together. That's interesting. I'll look him up. Thank you, Brian. Guy Anderson. S-E-N or S-O-N? S-O-N. Yeah, we did, Dwarf. If you look up, that's what Larry said. Because I was hearing that it was going to be around the 28th that the big invasion was going to happen, which would have been like now.
Huh.
All right, Brian says that guy has a few good books out there as well. Nice. We're all just thinking out loud and we're putting things together, and I think that's kind of neat. More people are discovering things, and we're putting little pieces together to the puzzle. All right, I'm going to go on. Oh.
Well, I'm about ready to call her for the night unless you got something else.
I don't think. I think we covered quite a bit for one night to fill in everybody's little brains.
Yeah, we'll have to, like I said, we'll come back and we'll do an in-depth thing on the creatures from the old maps after we do Jessica's show, and then we'll get into some of these old PDFs and books and maps, and we'll do more shows like the airships. We'll get in depth, and I'll show all my pictures of the airships and the stuff that I've learned about them or found out about them. So we'll start doing those shows on Friday nights, also hitting subjects.
We never have done. Now we've done Star Force with Jessica, but we've never really done Star Force on our show either. So
we have not.
Star Force is a part of this also. It's not just the cathedrals and all the government buildings and mansions and castles. It's Star Forts and orphan trains. I mean, just there's so much that everyone's trying to piece together. That why are they? I don't know. 1800s was very strange.
Very strange.
Very strange. It definitely was a reset and hidden history, and they don't want us to know about this and this and this and this. And Brian said his latest book is about from Argartha to zombies.
Yeah.
Zombie.
So Shangri-La, Inner Earth to zombies. All right. Well, everybody.
I was just going to say, I'd like to know the truth about Admiral Byrd, because I know he went to South Pole and North Pole. They're hiding stuff at the North Pole and South Pole. So what are they hiding? What are they covering up? I think he did find the entrance of Shangri-La, or it's got so many different places or names to it.
Right. Well, it depends on where you come from. Shangri-La is actually in the Himalayas.
You mean up northern Russia? If you keep on going, you're at the North Pole.
right?
Oh, really? Brian said he's an ex-Mason. He knows his stuff.
Wow.
Now that's good when you see an ex-Mason and they've.
His name sounds familiar. I might have came across some of his stuff.
Hmm.
We'll have to check him out.
Yeah, thank you, Brian. We like new stuff. So on that note,
I think we're going to call tonight, everybody. Thank you for coming. We love you. Thank you for being in our chat and hanging out with us. Even people that are just watching or lurking, that's fine also. If you want to come and chat, please do. If you have any stories that you would like to share with us, send us an email at midwestnightwatchers@gmail.com and let us know if it's something private that you just want to share with us, or if it's something you would like us to read on air, and you can stay anonymous, or we can say your name if you'd like us to say your name, or a story from, or they heard a story. We can do it any way you like. Any photos, you can send them to midwestnightwatchers@gmail.com. If you have any cool photos or share a reel with us or whatever you find, please do, because we like digging into new stuff that we might not see everything that you guys see. So we'd like to know about it.
definitely.
So other than that, we just love hanging out with you guys. You guys are fantastic in chat. You guys have so many great ideas and add to the stuff that we bring up. It's just fantastic. Thanks, Brian.
Thanks, Brian. Yeah, it's a lot of fun hanging out with you guys on a Friday night and just talking about all kinds of stuff and just thinking out loud and agree to disagree. And we're not experts. We're just trying to figure all this stuff out ourselves.
So if you can, please like, share, and leave a comment after the show, and even share us out with your friends. Bring your friends in and hang out with us on Friday nights, and we'll just have a good old time. And just as long as everybody just stays polite and don't get offended if somebody thinks a little different than you do, or that's what we like about our chats. There's really no fighting, no bickering going back and forth. Everybody pretty much has an open mind, and that's how we like it. And if you have something new, bring it up in the chat and we'll read it and try to, because we're open-minded and we love hearing new things and new theories. And
yep. And don't forget my lunch break. I gotta watch that dwarf one to see what it was all about. So much love to all you guys, and we'll see you Sunday at 7.
Then we will see you Wednesday on Jessica the Cryptid Huntress. But Jane's right, 7 p.m. Central. We're going to have
Roger
Williams. And you know what? Did you see that he wrote a song and it's going to be on an album?
No.
Yeah, he's got somebody that wrote the music, a pretty famous country guy, and it's going to produce some of Brian's lyrics and song. So go check that out. So he will be on our show Sunday, 7 p.m. Squatch and Holler. Brian Roger Williams.
And we reached our 3-hour mark.
Yep. So thank you, everybody. We love you.
Good night.
Good night. Keep looking up.
And keep your vibrations high.
Good night, everybody. Love you.